Did you know that 99% of people will never achieve financial freedom? Not because they're not smart, not because they're not capable, but because they were never taught the habits that create wealth. Here's the secret. The world's richest people, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, weren't born with some magic power. They built their fortunes using specific habits. Habits you and I can learn, apply, and master. And if you think these habits are reserved for the elite, think again. Stoic philosophy teaches us, wealth is a mindset first, a bank balance second. By the end of this video, you'll know the 10 billionaire habits that separate the 1% from the rest and how to use them starting today. Stay with me, because habit number 10, it's the one thing that guarantees long-term wealth and has nothing to do with money. Let's begin. Meet Jack. He's 32, works a 9 to 5, dreams of escaping the rat race. He scrolls through social media, watching people his age build businesses, travel the world, and live free. Every time he tries to start something, a side hustle, investing, learning a new skill, he gets stuck. Self-doubt, fear of failure, procrastination. Sound familiar? Here's the truth. Success isn't about intelligence. It's about habits. Billionaires weren't born billionaires. They train themselves to think, act, and execute differently. And today, we're breaking down those exact habits, backed by real-life stats and ancient Stoic wisdom. Are you ready? Habit 1. Mastering self-discipline, the foundation of wealth. The biggest enemy of success isn't failure, it's distraction. Billionaires don't rely on motivation, they rely on discipline. Warren Buffett has lived in the same house since 1958. He follows a strict routine, spends 80% of his time reading, avoids distractions, focuses on what matters. According to the American Psychological Association, people with high self-discipline are 64% more likely to reach their financial goals. Seneca, the Roman Stoic, said, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." Focus leads to mastery. Mastery leads to wealth. Remember Jack? Jack used to wake up and grab his phone to check social feeds. Now, he wakes up an hour earlier, reads, writes, and learns. He builds routines that make execution automatic, and in a year, he launches a 6-figure freelancing business. Discipline isn't a switch, it's a muscle. Build it through small wins. Stay consistent. Watch your life transform. Habit 2. Embracing failure, the resilience formula. Jeff Bezos lost billions on failed projects like the Fire Phone, but he didn't quit. He learned. That failure mindset led to Amazon Web Services, now worth billions. Marcus Aurelius said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Jack used to fear failure. He would freed his overthink and quit early. Now he sees every setback as feedback. He runs experiments, learns from losses. He starts a small online store, fails twice, but figures out what works. Failure is a teacher in disguise, a stepping stone. The faster you fail, the faster you learn. The only real failure is not trying again. Habit 3. Ruthless time management, protecting your most valuable asset. Elon Musk breaks his day into 5-minute time blocks. Why? Because time is the ultimate currency. Because billionaires treat time like money. They don't waste it. Stanford found that high performers spend 80% of their time on high-impact tasks. Average people, just 50%. Epictetus said, "Wealth is not in having more, but in needing less." Jack cuts the binge-watching. He adds structure to his evenings. Jack used to multitask, reacting to everything. Now he time blocks his evenings. 30 minutes to read, 45 to work on his business, 15 to reflect. And his progress, it skyrockets. Time is wealth. Time is the ultimate currency. Budget it like you would your bank account. Spend it wisely, and it will pay you back. Habit 4. Thinking in decades, playing the long game. Billionaires don't think in weeks or months, they think in decades. Billionaires don't make decisions for Friday, they plan for 2035. Warren Buffett bought Coca-Cola in 1988 and held it for decades. Why? Because compound growth rewards the patient. He still owns it. It's made him millions. Seneca said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." Jack used to chase quick money, chasing fleeting trends. Now, he focuses on a 10-year wealth plan. Consistent investing, business building, continuous learning. Success takes time. Patience is your power. Play long games with long-term people. Wealth isn't built overnight, it's built forever. Habit 5. Relentless learning, the knowledge compounding effect. Bill Gates reads 50 books a year. Because money compounds, but knowledge compounds faster. Pew Research found that the wealthiest read 5x more educational content than average earners. Zeno said, "Man conquers the world by conquering himself." Jack commits to one book a month on money, growth, and business. Jack starts reading 10 pages a day. But more than that, he applies what he learns. He builds a spreadsheet. He tests ideas. He journals insights. Within a year, his financial IQ explodes. He's thinking and earning on a new level. Learning isn't a hobby. It's a wealth-building strategy. Study, apply, reflect, repeat. Knowledge is your best investment. Keep learning. Keep growing. Habit 6. Emotional mastery, never making fear-based decisions. Amazon's stock crashed 90% in the dot-com bubble. Bezos didn't panic. He strategized. He adapted. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it." Jack used to let fear control his decisions. Market dips, he sold too soon. Tough clients, he quit too early. Now, when Jack faces financial stress, he stays calm. He thinks, plans, and adjusts. He builds emotional space and makes smarter moves. Emotions are powerful. Control your emotions, or they'll control your wealth. Master calm, master success, master emotion, and you master your future. Habit 7. Surrounding yourself with greatness. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Jim Rohn. Harvard found that people with wealthy, driven social circles are 3x more likely to succeed. Seneca said, "Associate with those who will make you better." Jack stops hanging with complainers or the negative crowd. He starts networking with winners. He joins a mastermind group, goes to networking events, has lunch with mentors. He upgrades his circle, and his standards rise with it. Your environment is more powerful than your willpower. Put yourself in rooms where growth is normal. Your circle shapes your ceiling. Choose wisely. Habit 8. Investing in income-generating assets. The average millionaires have 7 streams of income, not just a job. Elon Musk reinvested everything he had into Tesla and SpaceX. He bet it all on the future. He nearly went broke before becoming the richest man alive. Marcus Aurelius said, "Wealth is not about having more, but needing less." Jack used to spend every paycheck. Now, Jack stops buying junk. He invests in dividend stocks, rental property, and digital assets. His money earns while he sleeps. Don't just work for money. Make money work for you. Earn. Invest. Repeat. Let your dollars go to work for you. Habit 9. Practicing gratitude, the wealth mindset shift. Gratitude isn't just spiritual, it's neurological. It rewires your brain for positivity, clarity, and action. Oprah credits gratitude as a key to her success. Oprah says gratitude is what multiplied her success. UC Berkeley found that grateful people are 31% more productive and 25% less stressed. Marcus Aurelius said, "Reckon up the blessings you do possess." Jack starts journaling 3 things he's grateful for each morning. Then he visualizes where he's going. He becomes calmer, clearer, more confident. Gratitude isn't fluff, it's fuel. Use it daily. Gratitude is your mindset reset. Use it to stay grounded while growing fast. Habit 10. Taking ownership. The ultimate wealth habit. Billionaires don't blame, they own. Billionaires don't play the victim. They take total ownership. Bezos started Amazon in a garage. Musk slept on the factory floor. Epictetus said, "We cannot choose our circumstances, but we can choose how we respond." Jack used to blame everything. Now, Jack stopped blaming his job, the economy, his past. He took ownership, and everything changed. He builds his own. He learns sales, marketing, and negotiation. He becomes unstoppable. You're the driver of your own life journey. Own the wheel or be driven by someone else. Habit 11. Practicing simplicity. Focus on what truly matters. The wealthiest people remove clutter, not just from their homes, but from their minds and lives. Steve Jobs wore the same outfit daily, not because he had to, but because it freed mental energy. He focused his energy on innovation, not wardrobe choices. Billionaires simplify decisions to protect brain power for what really matters. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Jack used to chase trends, upgrades, and shiny distractions. Now, he declutters his life, physically and digitally. He simplifies his life, cuts out what doesn't matter, and focuses deeply on what does. He reduces commitments, cuts toxic habits, and for the first time, he has space to think big. Simplicity brings clarity. Complexity is costly. Simplicity creates space for power moves, and clarity leads to wealth. Habit 12. Creating value. Serving before earning. Billionaires don't chase money, they chase impact. Money follows value. Jeff Bezos built Amazon by obsessing over customer experience, not short-term profit. Value came first. Wealth followed. Now Amazon dominates. Zeno said, "The goal of life is living in agreement with nature, and human nature thrives on contribution." Jack used to think about what he could get. Now, Jack flips his focus. He focuses on what he can give, solving problems, helping others, and building value in everything he does. He becomes irreplaceable. The more value you create, the more wealth you attract. Focus on service. Money will follow. You now hold a blueprint. 10 habits. 10 strategies used by billionaires. Not because they're lucky, but because they chose to think differently. Jack started with fear, but step by step, habit by habit, he rewired his life. Now he's free. And you have that same power. What would your life look like a year from now if you committed to just one of these habits? Imagine it, then act. Which habit hit you the hardest? Comment below. If this video sparked something inside you, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. Let's build your future, one billionaire habit at a time. Your empire isn't a dream. It's waiting for you to build it.